This is Max Williams with United Real Estate, and today I'm in South Richmond. More specifically, I am off the Jank Road corridor. Today we're going to take a look at a 3-bedroom, 2-bath ranch-style home. This home is located here in a good-looking block. The block was built in the early 60s. The home that we're going to look at was built in 1961. We do have a corner lot, and I believe this is about 1/5 of an acre. So we've got a good amount of space for an urban lot. This home is a rehab property and falls under a very special program. I have worked with about 3 of these homes per year over the past decade. They are very unusual. We don't see them very often, and less than 2% of the agents here in the Metro Richmond area have done one of these types of transactions. They are very unusual. They fall under the radar. A lot of agents have never even heard of them, but what I do is constantly scour our systems and the local market to scout these deals out. And so if it looks like a transaction or a property that might be right for someone that you know, I'd appreciate it if you pass this on to them. There is a group of career fields that are eligible. I did not make up the group. The government made it up, so please don't contact me and say, well, Max, how come you didn't put nurses in the group? I would love nurses. Nurses, unfortunately, were not chosen to be part of the group of career fields that can take advantage. Police, fire, EMTs, and teachers are the groups that are eligible. And if you fall or know someone that falls in one of those groups, for the next few days, because this program does not last long each time they introduce a property under it, for the next few days, if one of those career fields wants to buy, they can do so at half price. Half price on this house would be $73,000. With that, there is the city tax abatement program that would allow someone to have a nice tax savings on this home. There is renovation financing. They could renovate not only the purchase price, but the renovations necessary to make this home completely theirs, upgraded and beautiful. Okay, a couple things I wanted to point out here on the exterior. Whenever you're looking at a home, it's important to pay attention to a few things. This is number one. This is an electrical box. It's a shutoff box. And inside there used to be a breaker where the technician, if she is working on this unit, she can simply pull that and avoid electrocution. The slab here is where the outdoor unit used to sit, and this line that comes out of the brick is called a line set. That takes the refrigerant to the unit that used to be right there. You may be asking, Max, well, why isn't the unit there? And the simple answer is it has been repurposed by someone. That is also known as theft. So it's important to realize that since that unit is not there, in many cases, depending on the system, that renders the home not functional. And if a home is rendered not functional, that means that you cannot get traditional financing until it is made functional, with a few exceptions. So it's important to know you just can't buy a house that needs rehab and get an FHA mortgage on a traditional FHA mortgage on it and do the work yourself or on your own. Important to know those little details. So getting back to the career fields, one of the challenges I've had over the years is finding someone that's not only ready to buy, but qualifies for this program as well as likes the particular home in question. Obviously on this home, it's a little bit more involved because work would be needed to get it up to habitable condition. But on the plus side, there would be a great amount of equity in the home. The person that buys and lives here would have to stay for 3 years in order to realize their 50% incentive. After that point, if they wanted to sell and capture their equity, they could of course do so. And then they call me and they move up in home. I've already had that happen once, and my buyer moved into a beautiful home, much bigger than the first, and he kept the initial home as an investment, which has turned out to be an absolutely amazing investment. I'm so happy for him and his fiance. Okay, as we come in, we have our family room. Pretty typical design in these ranch style homes. They all followed the general same footprint when they were built. There are a couple things that are different in this one. I'll point them out, and I'm gonna need some help from you. I wanna see how you would redesign this home to make it a little bit more functional. As we go here to the left, this is gonna be our formal dining space. Good size space. You could get a large table in here with no problem. Some of the renovations that of course would be needed would be paint, refinish these wood floors. Anywhere there is tile, carpet, or linoleum would need to be replaced as well. And moving into our kitchen, I think these cabinets actually could be salvaged. These cabinets are solid wood. Some people choose to go ahead and paint them, but anytime you do a kitchen renovation, typically your largest or your highest expenditure is going to be cabinetry. So if you can get by replacing cabinets, then that is always a beautiful thing. Good layout here. I would put a modern range hood with a microwave there, maybe modify that cabinet. And here in the corner, there's enough space. You could still do a dinette table, or if you wanted to go ahead and give yourself some additional counter space, over here you could. I could see some people maybe putting in a little desk and maybe a place where you can sit down and write bills if that was something that was attractive to you. All kinds of options here in this good sized kitchen. As we transition now, here to the right is going to be our utility room. Our utility room is dominated by this massive oil furnace. Oil is not an ideal fuel source in today's homes. I would go ahead and just get rid of it, put a nice small heat pump in here. Our electric range is back there. I'd make this home all electric for ease of use and save that space. You could then, by reducing the size of that heating and air unit, go ahead and put this washing machine in there as well. You could easily put a closet there and utilize that space. Our door, of course, going off to the back. These floor plans commonly have this door coming in to a room that could be used a couple of different ways. This room does have a closet, as you see directly ahead, and it has 2 doors. When they built these homes, they envisioned that someone could use it as a formal dining room, or you could use it as a bedroom. From a functional standpoint, it's now not the greatest option because they at some point did an addition and actually added a master bedroom. We're currently in the master bedroom. We've got a little bit of water damage here in the ceiling. I would go ahead and replace the roof, and that way you won't have to worry about it. The roof, while it doesn't look like the whole thing necessarily needs replacement, it's definitely towards the end of its useful life. Okay, here is the rest of our master bedroom. We do have a cedar closet directly ahead, and they put a very modest 3/4 bath here. I would love to open this up somehow and give a much more generous master bath by going back into that space that was the dining area and somehow reconfiguring it. I'm going to look back, give you another shot back in there here in a second so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. If you come up with any ideas, I'd love to hear your ideas on how this could be reconfigured. Of course, we're in the master bedroom now, and my thought is if some of this room here, which is the formal dining room, could be reconfigured in order to facilitate a nice master bath and also a larger closet, that would be ideal. Fortunately, you would not really lose a bedroom. This would still be a 3-bedroom house and therefore not lose appraised value as a result of reducing the bedroom count. Okay, baby blue. We are in the hall bath here. A couple of things I look at when I go into a bathroom. Number one is what could be saved. That tub could be saved. There's a coating that can transform it to a different color. This is real ceramic tile here. So that can also be coated, and that way you don't have to rip all of that out and go back in and replace it. Vanities are inexpensive. These fixtures, lights are all inexpensive. The toilet's $65 or so. The flooring, one of the main things that I look at is flooring. We often have water damage in these bathrooms. And I'm looking here around this edge down here into the corner. If that is soft, we know we have subfloor damage. If I can step on it, and I'm a pretty big boy, it's all muscle though. If I can step on it and it doesn't give, then that gives me a good feeling that structurally we're in good shape as far as that goes. So very important things to look at. As we transition here to our hallway, we do have a closet right there. To the left is going to be our middle, well, this is probably our middle-sized bedroom. There's enough space in here you could easily get an adult-sized bed with no problem. Once again, those wood floors, a lot of people love older homes with the wood floors where you don't have to put carpet in if that is not desirable to you. And this one is a little bit bigger, I believe, than the one we just left. So good space here in this home. If someone did buy this home, renovated it, my estimate is about $60,000 plus or minus on the rehab. Of course, that's going to vary depending on how far they go and what they actually do. But the end result is somebody's going to have a newly renovated home that's going to have a tax benefit. They're going to have a nice chunk of equity. The only requirement is that they remain in the home for 3 years. After that, they can go ahead and capture that equity and then move up. They just simply give me a call and say, Max, I want to move up. And then I take it from there, find them another great deal. All right, let me know your thoughts on this one. Max Williams, 804-402-7788. You can reach on Facebook under Richmond Area Foreclosures, on YouTube under my name, Max Williams Realtor. Woo, that was a mouthful. Y'all be safe. Have a great day.